The Hub Radio.
Dog always had, he kept all his charts. He always had them framed and laminated and stuff. I thought that was so cool because at some point in time, I might not be here. I want my grandkids to stay with my son, my grandkids. You know, their granddaddy wasn't no joke. Okay? So lamination. Album I did, as you can see, Dre and Yella ain't there. I brought my guy in, brother in the middle, that's Willie Z, and other brother Alberto. I was gonna sing, we pulled ass, and he was outside on the patio. Everybody, I was noticing on the Olympics, everything was world class runners, world class sprinters, world class swimmers. So I called my lawyer up saying that if we had the word world class and messed up the spelling, would that keep us, you know, let us use the name? He said, sure. So that's what we did. So we became World Class Wrecking Cru. No G.
Where did the Wrecking Cru come from?
Man, the Wrecking Cru came from my production company, my disco company. For years, I was like the only mobile DJ in the city of Los Angeles. I mean, I was like one of the first mobile DJs in the world, okay?
Okay.
I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I've been doing it that long. And my company was called Disco Construction, okay?
Right.
And then one of my buddies, I had two guys that traveled with me all the time. And after you DJed back in the day, and you carried like 12 crates of records, and big ass speakers and big ass amps, you'd be tired of something because you had to have somebody to tear your shit down. So my partner saw my two homies tearing my shit down. Oh, well, who are they? The Wrecking Cru? And the shit just stuck. Okay? So
Now, More Standard Time was some of you guys' influence.
man, we used to love More Standard Time. Still do.
How did it feel opening up for them?
You know, it was a trip, man. It was a stone trip because we had stole half the niggas' moves.
I saw that.
In our pre-career, and then we got booked on this tour, and like we opened up for more. It's like what? And it was like man, it was like a dream come true. Although he was on some different kind of shit that time, he didn't really want to fuck with us. But we try. Our thing was back then as Wrecking Cru, we don't give a fuck who's on the stage. We're gonna try and burn your ass up. Right. Okay? We didn't want to leave nothing. We didn't want to leave the audience with nothing. Okay?
So y'all went out there to try to show them up?
We tried to show them up. I didn't give a fuck. Okay? And we didn't give a damn about no other hip-hop group, no R&B group. No, we ain't got no guitars. We can't do no drum solos. We're going to put on a goddamn show. We're going to leave this motherfucker smoking. So when y'all come up, and it got to the point, the motherfucker kicked us off the goddamn tour, too. We was like this ass up. Man, that's a damn good question, dude.
Yeah.
We were called to perform in Florida numerous times, man, but every time something happened to the gig. We played Georgia, played Mississippi, drove through Florida to get to Mississippi, and vice versa. Never played Florida. Egyptian Lover stayed in Florida. We never got to Florida.
So you guys booked, but never.
We had booked. Well, one thing happened to us early in our career, man, and this is why I don't miss gigs. I never miss a gig. One of our gigs in Mississippi, our bus broke down. One of our first gigs in Mississippi was us, Ready for the World, Tony, and somebody else. And we were the headliner, and we had rented a tour bus to drive from here to California to Mississippi, and the bus broke down, and we didn't make the gig, dude. We didn't make the gig, and that shit ripples. They don't care if they don't care whose fault it is, man.
Yeah.
Your ass supposed to been here.
Yeah.
The radio station pumping, your wrecking crew, and that shit leaks over into Florida. And when you get down south, all the stations kind of start crossing. They cross state lines like it ain't shit. Okay, radio waves don't know nothing about no borders and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think that might be one of the problems. But we eventually made it up to the radio station, but we just never got to Florida.
Y'all really took some chances.
Man, you know what? See, back then that wasn't a chance. That was everybody wore the same kind of shit. We talking about 84, 85, okay? Who was the man? Prince and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay? We could not walk on stage wearing no jeans and no fucking tennis shoes. You'll run the fuck off the stadium. Okay? We could not do that. I mean, I was born in the 50s. So I grew up on the Temptations, Dramatics, James Brown. I grew up on folks having showmanship in class. Okay? Dre, Yellow was like the one next to me. He might be 50 now. So he's like maybe, I like 4 or 5 years older than Yellow, maybe 6 years older than Yellow. Okay? So he was kind of wishy-washy. Dre was the baby of the group. Okay? And Dre was heavily influenced by LL Cool J and Run DMC. So him making the music, and him and Yellow and Dre kind of hanging out together, Shakespeare or Clientele, would kind of roll whatever was the most influential at the time, for whether Dre and Yellow or me, they would roll. They was always the deciding factors. And it got to the point where East Coast, Run DMC, Grandmaster Lee's, and Adidas were starting to become popular. Okay, although we still kicking ass, we playing Tony. We now shit has changed. We not the opening act. We the fucking headliners. Okay. Tony's opening up for us. Ready for the World's opening for us. Okay. Hammer opening for us. We in that era. Okay, and we on top. We'll turn off the lights. But the climate is starting to change. And gangsterism is starting to come in. Okay? And that stuff was starting to get some momentum. And those were the shows people wanted to start seeing. And we was always on, we go either hip-hop or R&B. Hip-hop or R&B. And I like going with the R&B cats because it was never no problem. They wanted to go with the hip-hop, so that kind of tore us apart.
You would say the gangster rap then kind of tore the group apart.
Gangster rap tore the group apart because the original plan was for Dre to still produce World Class Wrecking Cru. Because if you listen to early NWA tracks, he still got the same flavor, okay? With the fast 128, 124 to 130 BPM songs he did for NWA, but he started slowing it down because it started to get more, gangsta started getting more popular. So the original plan was he was going to produce NWA and Wrecking Cru and Eazy E, just like George Clinton produced Parliament and Funkadelic and Brian the Funkenstein and everybody else, okay? But then at some point in time, he got more consumed with the Eazy E thing, and that was it. Oh man, that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Simplest shit I ever did. I mean, I got into that so easy. It was, and I needed it. I had a real bad lisp when I was a kid. Okay, and I was going to Gardena High School in 12th grade. They came around, the counselors came around and had these opportunities. Back then they was really trying to educate black folks, and they had different opportunities for different kind of schools, and nobody checked off broadcasting but me. And I'm like, I'm DJing, what the fuck, I'll try that shit. And I got a call saying, you've been accepted to the Los Angeles School of Broadcasting. Huh? I left there. I went to El Camino College, took some speech classes, and learned how to open my mouth. I would spend like 45 minutes in the class. All we would do was go the. That's all we did for 45 fucking minutes. It was like being in the retarded class, man. I had to look around, make sure these motherfuckers wearing helmets in the class.
That's when your dad introduced you to the owner.
To the owner of the club. They were best friends. They were drinking buddies, and he had just finished his second story of his club, and it was a banquet hall, and it wasn't doing nothing. And my man came down to Alpine Village where I was at and saw me killing them. Okay, $3, $4 a head, we're making $3-4 grand. Okay, and my old man got into the business end of it and said, hey man, we can beat that. So he talked to his buddy, and he didn't have much faith in me because I was 22 years old.
Right.
Okay, so he gave me a shot, and my old man like signed me over to him. He said, if you fuck up, you can kick his ass. If you do anything wrong, kick his ass, you got my permission already, okay? I was like, God damn, okay? I was like, I was signed into slavery, okay? But it probably was the best thing happened to me, though. Because he was in the hood, Alonzo Segundo, okay? And even now, I tell people Alonzo Segundo, people, oh, I ain't going over there. So what we would do is we would go out and do parties at Long Beach, downtown LA, and have the after party at the club. So now we're introducing people to the spot, and they come back the following week or whatever the case may be. Once they thought it was cool, they keep on coming back. They, they got comfortable, they keep coming back. So while I was doing that, like anything else, man, business started getting slow. Okay, after like 3-4 years, business started slowing down. So I started, hip hop was just starting to come around, although we had Sugar Hill, Curtis Blow's Christmas rap, but now we're starting to get Run DMC and stuff and acts like that coming around. So I'd already booked Curtis Blow. I'd already talked to Russell Simmons, booked Curtis Blow for one of my Christmas parties. So he shot me Run DMC.
So y'all popping.
It was popping.
There was a spot to be at.
It's very few people over the age of, shit, man. If you lived in Compton, and you're over the age of 40, 45 years old, you was at Leave After Dark. Okay, if you went to Compton, if you went to Locke, Centennial, Gardena, or Linwood High School, you went to you partied at Leave After Dark. Not to mention folks who partied at various other schools, but that was like all our core people came from them schools, right?
Some of the people that you work with and pass through here.
Oh yeah, I mean the studio, man, where we are right now. If these walls could talk, dude. I mean, Dre, Eazy. I mean, Eazy cut all his demos right here. Dre did all his, his musical ITs was cut in the studio right here. Yella, NWA, Battle Cat, Afro Man, Rodney and Joe Coolie. I mean, back in the day, man, my house, as you can see, is a big piece of property. And it wouldn't be shit, man, to walk in here and see today's who's who of hip-hop in various stages of their life. I mean, Warren G would be over here with Dre. He was 10 years old. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Eazy, he was 24, 25, was 4 years old. Okay. You know, so you got guys, a lot of guys I forgot. Coolio. I mean, last time I saw these, I see these guys from time to time, man. It reminded me of something that happened. Man, I was at your house one time. What you at my house, nigga? But he wasn't the same. He wasn't the same Brady Coolio he is now. Right. He was a different version of Coolio.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
See what I'm saying? Quick. I mean, so many cats came through here. I mean, you'd have DJ Pooh would be here, Tone Loc. I mean, it was like that.